Hello there, Joe Hennessy. It's a beautiful day here at the CIA, aka Facebook, which was instituted after 9/11 to spy on you. I keep telling you that. What's the easiest way to spy on the American people? Social media. Facebook appeared when? After they allegedly crashed 2 airplanes into the trade towers, which they didn't. That was just their reason to build the CIA called Facebook. No planes hit those buildings. I shared that over and over. Do your own research. But anyway, I'm looking for like-minded souls that are just tired of the Matrix. So I'm tired of it. Looking for rainbow warriors, empaths, starseeds, extraterrestrials, because we're all spiritual beings having human experiences. And I didn't give up my $100,000 a year job to be wrong. And I know I'm not wrong. I've been wrong about a lot of stuff in my life, but not this time. You're a slave on a slave planet. It's just that simple. Chase money your whole life and give it away as soon as you get it. And it's printed out of thin air. $37 trillion in debt. During the pandemic, they printed just as much money during those couple of years they've been printing the last 75 years. Out of thin air. By the central bank and the Federal Reserve, which is nothing federal about the Federal Reserve, and there's no reserve, and banks don't keep money in the banks. They keep 10%, they farm out the rest of your money to make money. It's all a facade, it's all a shit show, it's all an illusion that we accept. Endless wars, especially in the Ukraine. Bibi Netanyahu's got 7 wars going at one time. And we pay for everything in Israel. Everything. So we're funding endless wars while we got starving kids here. The Ukraine, same bullshit. He's selling our guns to third world countries. As he's building a ski resort in the Ukraine worth $1.5 billion. Being funded by BlackRock. And he's using $500 million of his own money, which is our money. Where did he get $500 million? Before he was installed as the leader of the Ukraine, he was a shitty comic doing transvestite comedy sketches. Do your own research, you can find it. Then he likes snorting coke. There's clips of him all over the place, wiping his nose and doing the cocaine stuff that you do when you're doing cocaine. How do I know? I've done it. So I can recognize. Him and Macron, there's pictures of him hiding cocaine. I'm telling you, we live in a matrix. The evil ones don't care about us. They're the ones that push all the drugs anyway. The CIA. Afghanistan. The real reason being in Afghanistan is because they needed the poppy seeds for the pharmaceuticals. It's just that simple. There's always a nefarious motive behind everything the American government does. They installed Zelensky after they got rid of the democratically elected leader. 2014. Burisma, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Barack Obama. They started this war on purpose. They were killing the Donbass people in the Ukraine who speak Russian. Ukraine used to be part of Russia. How are they going to defeat them in a war? Common sense. It's just a money laundering operation. And he's building a $1.5 billion ski center in the Ukraine with our money as they're fighting a war against Russia. Help me make that make sense. Why would he be worried about a ski resort that he's building with my money when he's fighting a war that he doesn't want to stop? Trump gave him a peace plan, and he tried to deny it. I don't understand the grand scheme of what's going on with Donald Trump, but I keep being told that It's all part of the grand plan. Too much for my 3D mind to understand. This is a spiritual war we're fighting. So I'm not supposed to understand everything. But I know what's coming and what's changing. No more slavery. No more. Kids going to school hungry, living in cars. People can't buy groceries. Can't afford to buy homes because BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard are buying everything up and turning them into rental properties. Then they're charging everybody $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to rent a house. So basically, you're working to sleep and be able to have something to eat, to go to work the next day, to be a good slave, be a compliant slave. When do we have enough of the BS? I've had enough. I'm sick and tired of making these videos. I want to make happy videos. I want us to ascend to the fifth dimension, which is happening. But it's going to take time. 4 years ago, I thought I'd be into the fifth dimension in a couple of months. Now, after thousands of years of the carnage that's been done to Mother Gaia, it's going to take a few years to fix everything. It's a matter of us waking up and taking back what's ours. It's a consciousness thing. It's a whole collective. We need to change the way we think. We need to love unconditionally. We're all taught to judge everybody, and I still do it because it's part of the 3D. But it's the things that I've been working on the last 4 years to change. I made deals with God that I would change this and I would change that. But guess what? I had to change everything. Even the way I drive my car, yelling and screaming at people. There's no sense in that anymore. It's all taught behavior. It's like even when I'm riding my bike and I get in somebody's way, they get angry because it's programmed response. I didn't do it on purpose, but see how we're programmed to do things that make no sense. Everything's about me, 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 me. Everything needs to be we, about us. So we got a government that's funding endless wars that we pay for. Then they farm out everything to BlackRock, State Street, and BlackRock. And they make all the money, but we get to pay for the endless wars. Help me make sense of that. Then you got every guy who's a member of Congress, they're taking kickbacks from somebody. Military industrial complex, big pharma, big tech. It never stops. These politicians go into office, they're not worth anything. Marjorie Taylor Greene, worth $500,000. Now they say she's upwards worth $40 million. The other day it was 10, so I'm not sure if it's 10, 20, 30, or 40, but it doesn't matter. How do you go into public service and all of a sudden you're making a boatload of money? All the presidents come in, they're not worth anything. Then all of a sudden they get out of office, they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Nancy Pelosi. Gavin Newsom. Got a $9 million house in Tiburon making $276,000. How does this happen? But everybody will say, well, Joe, this is how it is. Yeah, because we live in a matrix, and we all accept it. And I'm tired of it. Government does nothing for me. I got an issue with the state of California. I owe them some back taxes. Well, what about all the money that they spent on the illegal aliens, Hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Free food, free shelter. They gave them social security numbers. And what did they do for us? Oh, you guys get to pay for it. Keep on working. Ben Shapiro, Zionist, he wants to raise the retirement age to 70. Because 65, you're not old enough. In bad enough shape. So make it another 5 years so you definitely can't do anything that you want to do when you retire. This whole system is a setup. Our children are enslaved. $37 trillion. They print the money out of thin air. The Rothschilds, all the billionaires. You got these guys that are worth $9 and $10 billion, but they've never done anything. So where did they get their money? All these Zionists, billionaires. They have no abilities other than they're Zionists. They don't have any companies. They're just worth billions of dollars. You take someone like Kylie Jenner. What, she was 18, 19 years old and she had a makeup company and she was a billionaire? How much makeup do you gotta sell to make $1 billion at 19 years old? It makes no sense. These people are given that money. By who? The Zionists. The ones who print money out of thin air. Federal Reserve has no reserve. There's nothing federal about it. The central banks are private entities. They keep trying to tell you the IRS is part of the American government, but it's not. And they can destroy your life. They can come in and take your money out of the bank, no questions asked. That's tyranny. That's not freedom. I had the state of California take money out of my bank account and didn't even tell me. It's like, fuck you. We don't care if you eat. I'm sick and tired. Donald Trump tried to get rid of taxes on tips and overtime, and I think he did, and the Democrats were against it. Why? Because they want your money. It's just never stops. It's just a slave system that never ends. More money, more fines, more fees, more taxes. But it's coming to an end, slowly but surely. But I'm going to keep making these videos like it's actually still happening to us because we need to act like it still is, even though the world is changing. We're fighting a spiritual battle. This is good versus evil. This is not Democrat versus Republican. This is the dark versus the light. And the dark has been running this planet for thousands of years. It's a free will planet, a test planet. And it keeps failing because somebody keeps screwing it up. It's just non-stop. What can we do to the sheep today to keep them in fear? Fear, false evidence appearing real. So they pump your head full of false bullshit and you believe it, and it's called fear. We need to rise up, take our planet back, raise our consciousness, love each other, realize that all governments everywhere don't have our best interests in mind. They're just puppets for the people who really truly run this planet. The Anunnaki, the reptiles, the lizards, whatever you want to call them. And I know that sounds crazy, but we are not the only life forms in the universe. But they made us believe that we are. Like we're the only ones. Come on, really? We're the only ones in creation and we live the way we do? This is a horrible way to live. I'm just tired of it. I don't want to pay taxes anymore. I just want to enjoy my life. I want to play. I want my inner child to come back out. And I keep telling everybody else, you're going to have choices to make. Do you want to stay in the 3D? Well, that's up to you. Or do you want to move on to the 5th dimension, where there's abundance, freedom, joy. There's no war. There's no poverty. There's no anger. You can't even tell lies in the 5th dimension because there's no need for it. Everything will be available for everybody. Equal. One money through the whole world. There's no reason for anybody's money in any other country to be worth less than our money. It's just all set up. We ship all our stuff off to China to be made because we say it's cheaper. Well, that's just a form of slavery to send it over there. Then we're cutting the money out of the Americans' lives. We can make that stuff here. If there wasn't such an imbalance of money throughout the course of the world, everybody would be fine. One value, one currency. It's that simple. Then you can produce everything everywhere. There's plenty of abundance in all these countries, even the ones they say there isn't. They tell you there isn't any abundance in those countries because why? Because they want to hoard them for themselves, the deep state. They've been doing it for thousands of years. The Vatican, all the ancient civilizations, they've been stealing your money. All religions, the same thing. Has nothing to do with God. God's an inside job. Catholic Church has more money, biggest landowners in the world. They do nothing for nobody. And they're just an extension of the Roman Empire, the Catholic Church. I've stated that before. Roman Empire never went bye-bye. It just became a Catholic Church. Big pedophile club. Ooh, Joe, that's evil. Well, you know what? I'm a Catholic, recovering Catholic. And I never understood the religion. Matter of fact, I despised it. Made no sense to me. And I could never understand why there was no women in the church. Nuns. You know what they're doing to nuns? A lot of vile things. It's coming to an end. It's just a matter of time. Slowly but surely, Donald Trump is destroying the matrix. They're going to keep fighting them. Epstein this, Epstein that. Donald Trump had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. It would have been out in 2016. They can't beat the guy, and they know it. They've tried. They've tried every way imaginable. Tried to kill him, tried to bankrupt him, tried to destroy him. The Teflon Don just keeps coming. And I am not political. Either is he. He's just the right choice, the right man for the job. He loves his country. He loves you and me. He says they're not out to get me, they're out to get you. And that's the truth. They offered him billions of dollars to step away, but he didn't do it. He's the only guy, only president who loses money being president. All the rest of them make lots of money. Barack Obama, beautiful home in Martha's Vineyard, beautiful home in Hawaii. Oh yeah, where's the global warming? They're buying an oceanfront property. Same with Gavin Newsom, $9 million home in Tiburon, over that way. Makes $276,000 a year. The guy is a sociopath. Had people arrested during the pandemic. He was in a French laundry restaurant with all his friends with no mask on. The guy is a lying sociopath. He's wasted billions of dollars in California. He's destroyed this beautiful state. And everybody seems to think that he's so wonderful. Poor black kid from the Mission District in San Francisco, Gavin Newsom. That's why he tried to portray himself on a podcast. Poor kid from San Francisco. Lying son of a bitch. But anyway, here I am. I'm standing in front of Facebook, the CIA. It's all set up. But slowly but surely, I hope everybody is waking up. They do nothing for us. They don't care about us. They got everybody to take that magic vaccine that's poison. 27 million people dead, I would say, at a minimum, because a couple of years ago they were saying 17 to 23 million were already dead. Millions of accidents. People's lives ruined forever. Over what? The flu. All they had to do was prescribe hydrochloroquine and ivermectin, not the poison shots. People need to wake up, and I'm not going to stop. They keep telling me to stop trying to wake people up because everybody's right where they're supposed to be, but I can't help it. It just eats at me, especially what they're doing to the children, especially in California. They're still doing the drag queen stuff in the schools. Sick men twerking in front of children with dollar bills. Where's the morality? Where's the decency? It's just sick. It's an inverted world. They just prep us a little bit at a time to get us to accept everything. But you know what? This is a duality planet. And guess what? The dark has been running this place for far too long. So the light is coming back home. God. We need to start believing in each other, start loving each other, stop judging each other. We need to be free, sovereign beings, the way we were intended to be. No more slavery. No more work. No more disease. No more war. No more poverty. No more deceptions. No more lies. And it's coming to a town near you very soon. It's just a matter of you and I and everybody on this planet being as one. I keep saying the only thing that's different about any of us is the way we look, the way we talk. But on the inside, we're all God's children. We're blessed enough to live on a planet with a lot of different variety and ethnicity, and they're trying to destroy it. Why? This is the mixing pot of the galaxy. We have a little bit of DNA from hundreds of different alien races. This planet is a test planet. It's a free will planet. It keeps going wrong. 6 incarnations of man always failed, plus the dinosaurs failed. So we're going back to our original template, blueprint. The way God intended us to live until she bit the apple. And by the way, what's on the back of your iPhone? A bitten apple. I haven't said that in a long time, but what does that represent? A bitten apple. Why would you put that on a phone? It can't be a good connotation. It all went downhill after she bit the apple. But anyway, we're going to win. The light will defeat the darkness. God wins. The devil loses. We all came here just to experience duality. And we end up getting caught up in a bad place. But we're going to fix it. Slowly but surely, one person at a time, we're going to wake up. We're going to take back what's ours. This beautiful planet has been beaten over the head, trying to destroy her. I've already shared this before. If they could have used nuclear weapons on this planet, it would have been done already. But the powers to be have shut them all off. Mother Gaia is not going to be destroyed. There's no chance of that. We're going to move on to the 5th dimension if you choose to do so. If you enjoy living in the 3rd dimension, well, I know there's going to be 2 realities. It's a decision you have to make. And I can sit here and try to explain it to you, but until you have the awakening, you might not even know what I'm even talking about. 5 years ago, I was just waiting to live out the rest of my life and die. No wife, no kids, no nothing. But I know that's not my purpose. My whole life was a disaster to get to this point. Because I can help people. I've made every bad decision there is to make. So my job is to inform you, help you, love you, let you know that good days are coming. Manifest to your heart desire, whatever you like. Work is an option. There'll be universal income, and I'm not talking about socialism. There's so much abundance on this planet that once we take our money back from the Rothschilds, who are worth $575 trillion, there'll be plenty of money for everybody. If it wasn't all hoarded by the 1%ers, think about it. Everybody would be happy, joyous, and free if everything was spread out evenly. but it's coming. Better days. They have technology to heal everything, grow body parts, fix autism. I have a metal shoulder. I'm looking forward to that going bye-bye once they regenerate my shoulder and they re-release my inner child and I get to play like a child again. I know these things are coming. I didn't give up my life, which wasn't much of a life. I could have just made my $100,000 a year and just wrote it out, but I gave that up. Why do I work for the government? $100,000 a year and $40,000 goes to them. And they can't tell me what they're doing with it. But I owe the state of California a few bucks, right? But I'm in a bad financial state right now. Are they going to say that, well, we'll take care of you, like they took care of all the illegal immigrants? Billions of dollars on them, free hotels, free food, Social Security cards. They had EBT cards that had $4,000 and $5,000 on it, and it's a fact. The government hates us. They took care of all those illegal aliens so they could change the vote, which didn't work because God wasn't going to let them do it. If Donald Trump wouldn't have got in 2016, we'd be done already. Hillary would have got in there with Bill Clinton, it would have been over. You'll own nothing and be happy. World Economic Forum motto. Larry Fink runs the World Economic Forum. He runs BlackRock. Klaus Schwab. He's the one who, if you go out and look, you will own nothing and be happy in his German accent. They hate us, but they're losing, and they know they're losing. They're desperate. They're going to keep fear-mongering. They're going to keep beating up on Trump. They're going to keep making up lies. The news on the TV set is nothing but propaganda. It never stops. But it's coming to an end. But I'm going to keep speaking like this is not going to end because I'm trying to light a fire under people's butts. We live in a slave system that benefits nobody except the 1%ers. All the world governments are just the cronies for the people behind the scenes who are running the shit show. The 13 families, the Vatican, Rome, London, Washington, New York. They're all central hubs for the crime syndicate that runs the planet. But people are waking up, and I'm going to keep yelling and screaming. Well, I don't yell and scream, but I'm going to keep on speaking. Just because this is my life. This is what I've decided to do. I'm going to win. We're going to win. God wins. So everybody raise your frequency. Love your fellow man. Stop judging people. Not easy to do. I still do it. Don't get into social media spats with people you don't know. It's a waste of time. I still do it. Because I want people to see things the way I see it. And if they're not ready for it, they're not ready for it. So I'm not saying anything negative other than what's happening in the Matrix, because everything that's coming for us in the future is all positive. But it's going to keep getting worse. And it does keep getting worse. The infighting with the two political parties, it's all part of the destruction of the shit show, because there's only one party anyway, the Uni Party. We don't have any choice. It's just an illusion of choice. All our world leaders are all chosen beforehand, except for Donald Trump, because they didn't fix the election in 2016 because they didn't think they had to. In 2024, they couldn't fix the election because he had people watching them. All the balloting locations. And in 2020, this is going to come out. All the ballots that were legal were watermarked. So all the 15 million ones that were sent in by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they were all fakes. They don't have the watermarks. People don't understand. Donald Trump is playing 5D chess. He sets everybody up. And all this stuff with Comey and Letitia James, the charges being dropped, it's all BS. Watch what's going to happen. Donald Trump is way smarter than all these people. He set them all up because he was chosen by the military, by God, and by the spiritual beings in the universe to be the one to deconstruct the matrix. And he's doing a good job. Think about it. The man hasn't changed in 50 years. Same thoughts, feelings, the way he would run the country. And guess what? He's doing exactly the things he said he would do in all those past interviews. We pay for everything. No more. No more endless wars. No more BlackRock and Vanguard make all the money off of us while we pay for everything. No more endless wars. We're going to free our children, which are going to free us. We win. God wins. Everybody have a great day. Stay positive, stay humble, love your fellow man, love the people that you despise, because that's what we're supposed to do. And the people who hate us, if you love them, they hate it because their drug is misery. Our drug is unconditional love. If you wield Archangel Michael's sword of love, the purple sword of love, that's what it's all about. Loving each other. Everybody have a blessed day. Enough with Joe.